that was wasted is fuel in the tank for growth you can measure and put in the bank. They'll sell you complex, the code and the maze. We find the clear pathway through digital haze. It's more than just software, it's strategies on. We give you the leverage to pull you apart. And oh, your whole vision is coming in view. We prompted the future and made it all new. The right prompt delivered to save you the day. More profit, more value. The smarter AI way. The smarter AI
All right, welcome to Hack and Tell, everybody. Excited to have you here today as we dive in. We've got some similar contestants from last week or some last month, some new ones as well. We're going to welcome back Shannon and Clay, who both did well last month, and we've got some brand new people as well. Really excited. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Love to have you here. I'm Jonathan, by the way, and I'm not going to be doing near as much talking as normally today because it's going to be really everybody else, but we're going to dive in. We're going to be sharing what we call our AI hack and tell. And what this is we've got multiple participants. They're each going to have up to 8 minutes to go ahead and share their new tip, their trick, whatever it is with AI, some really cool things in the way they're using AI today. And then we as a group are going to vote. And the person who wins gets a bunch of cool prizes, some free trainings, Amazon gift cards, some swag, lots of fun stuff like that. So stick around to have a great time. We will be putting up the replay of this as well. So if you can't stay with us for the whole time, we understand. But we'd love it if you would, because we vote at the end. And so if you want to be part of picking out who wins, that's going to be super important. Also want to take just a moment, and we want to thank our sponsor today. Let me see. I think I saw that JC was with us. Let me see here real
What's
quick.
up, Mr. Mast?
There he
How are you,
is.
sir?
Let me bring JC up here. So there we are. So Scale with Stability, which is one of the events that JC and his company put on, and I spoke at last year. I'm going to be speaking at again this year, is in April in Searcy, Arkansas. Tell us just a little bit. I know registration's not yet open, JC, so we're a little premature here, but getting things ready. And April is, believe it or not, just around the corner as we start thinking about it. Tell us just a little bit about what people can expect, and is there anything they can do now to get on like a waiting list or anything like that to get notified when tickets do go on sale?
I just put the wait list on the deal, so you're not signing up or anything. You're just getting on the wait list, so you can start getting emails, guys. And I just put that in the chat.
Thank you.
Summit is all about scaling with stability. We've grown to a couple companies now, to a couple hundred employees, and it's not always easy. It's really tough sometimes. And so, how do we focus on scaling without forsaking our family and our health and our faith and these things that matter the most to us? And so, we have not even started. I'll tell you guys, just because I love Jonathan and this stuff. We haven't even announced the big speakers, but just so you guys know the level that we attained. Last year, we had 2 sharks from Shark Tank. We had Will and Corey Robertson. We had Dr. Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, several others. And it's going to be an incredible event. Our big headliner, we won't announce it for a couple more weeks, but is going to be John Maxwell. Those of you that know him.
Nice.
In fact, our VIP attendees will not only get to hear him on the main stage, but he's going to come back and do a 3-hour masterclass in person at the event, a 3-hour masterclass on day 3 with just our VIPs. And so it's going to be a great event. So yeah, super excited to have Jonathan and some other amazing folks that you guys know. think we'll have 4 speakers on AI talking about specific things, all of which you probably know that are really good friends with Jonathan as well.
Awesome. Well, JC, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the inspiration. Just so you guys know the way this came about. So I was actually at one of JC's events down in Cancun, the Commitment Summit, which is another amazing event. If you guys are ever looking for a cool event, that's separate. And we were literally, I'd like to say we were slumming it, but we weren't. We were in the infinity pool over by the beach, and JC and their team had a hack and tell at the event. And I'm like, that was so cool. And we're chatting, and JC's like, well, hang on, how about we sponsor this and let's do it for your group every month? So, JC, thanks for the inspiration behind this and for being a sponsor. We're
Yeah,
just excited to have you on, and really
right.
excited for the events as well. So, thank you.
And
Awesome.
everyone who jumps on the wait list through Jonathan, Jonathan is a big promoter of a nonprofit that I'm excited about, which is called Timothy
Uh,
Hill. And so 15% of, if you decide to sign up later, everything goes as a donation back to Timothy Hill, which is a great organization that takes in kids that never got adopted, and essentially. And so, yeah, jump on the wait list with his link, so his nonprofit gets credit for that as well. So anyway, I'll
Yeah,
leave
that's
y'all to
actually
it.
one that
Excited to
another
see
one
how
that
things
JC
go.
you introduced me to, and that we absolutely love. Timothy Hill is amazing. If you guys can imagine, I can't do it as well as they can, but imagine you've been in the foster care system your whole life. You've never been adopted, and at 18, the government basically hands you a folder and a few $100 and says, "See ya." That's a really, really rough spot to be in as an 18-year-old. And
Yeah.
Timothy Hill works with those individuals to help them figure out some life skills, some job skills, and things like that, because they didn't necessarily learn that through the foster care system here in the US. I'd love to say they did. No picking on the system, but it doesn't always work as we want it to. And we're really excited to be supporting them through that
That's
as
right.
well. So JC, thanks.
That's right.
You guys actually introduced to them last year, and man, they just touched my heart. So thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Have a blessed
All
day.
right, take
Ciao.
care. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into why we're here. We're super excited. So, in no particular order, I'm going to be pulling people in here. And again, there's no particular order. We're just going to go ahead and run through that and make sure that everybody's set and ready to go. So, I'm going to begin with ladies first, since we've got 3 ladies and 3 gentlemen on the phone. Actually, maybe 4. Let me see here. Am I doing this right? We got 7. I'm not counting right. Hang on. There we go. 3 ladies and 4 gentlemen. So, all right. Sorry about that. I miscounted. But we're going to start with the ladies first and get them started here for you. And again, they're going to have 8 minutes. Just if you're doing the presentation, I'm going to give you a 2 minute and a 1 minute kind of warning so we know where we're at. And we're going to dive in from there. We welcome you guys, your thoughts and comments. That's awesome. Really cool. So, first we have Joah. Joah, are you with us here? Let's see if I can find you, and we'll go ahead and bring you in. I see Sherry's unmuted. Sherry, did you have anything you wanted to add before we get started here? For those of you that don't know, Sherry helps keep everything going smoothly for us across the board. So, all right, she's back unmuted. So, all right, doesn't look like Joah is here quite yet. I know she said she had a meeting, so she'll be with us shortly. Let's go check on how about Suzanne. Suzanne, are you with us? I think I hear something. No, maybe not. Bear with us, guys. I have to look through a list of everybody that's here. So if I call on you guys as a speaker, by the way, if you just unmute yourself, then you'll pop right back up and I'll know that you're there. Looks like we're having great luck here a minute with everybody getting here on time.
Suzanne's
Uh,
not in here yet. I'm searching the participants list, so if you call out a name, I can tell you real quick.
I appreciate that. By the way, guys, if you haven't met Sherry, I want me to take just a quick moment and introduce Sherry. Sherry is the behind the scenes, taking care of everything, watching around. She is absolutely amazing and makes things happen. So we really, really appreciate that. And we're, again, just excited to have her. So, Sherry, thank you for helping out behind the scenes. The best part is I generally don't even have to tell Sherry anything. She sees everything on the calendar. She dives in. She's got everything she needs. So as an ADHD entrepreneur, she makes my life really easy. So Sherry,
It's
thank you.
not that he doesn't have to tell me, is that he doesn't tell me.
That's
I just
accurate. Yeah,
show
well,
up
yeah.
and it's like whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm excited for today, um, mostly because I don't have to present and I get to just sit back and watch everybody. So super excited. Uh I just see a text here from Joah saying they'll be late as
Yeah, I know she said she had a
Shannon's
meeting
training
to,
is
and I know
overlapping.
and we may
Yeah.
just have to do guys first because I know Rob's here and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
I
we
know
should
that
do that.
Shannon said she was also wrapping up something, so she was going to be a couple minutes late. So we're going
Okay.
to be rude and we're going to go guys first instead of doing ladies first this time. And that's, welcome to the impromptu and figure out where it is. So let's go ahead and see. We'll try to do things in order here. Clay, are you online?
Clay's
There
here.
he is. I
I'm
see
here,
Clay.
Jonathan.
All right. So, Clay, we're going to bring you up here a minute. Thank you for unmuting. That makes it so easy for me to find you. I appreciate that. Oops. If I click on the right one, there we go.
No
So, guys,
problem.
this is Clay.
What, is it
Oh,
too
and leave it to
subtle?
Clay to have a great background. I love this. This is fantastic. So, if you weren't with us last month, Clay and Shannon duked it out in the last minute, and Clay lost by a hair, quite literally. So, he's back with us today, and I think he wants to make it very clear what he wants you to do. He wants you to vote for Clay. I love that, by the way. That's really good. So, without
I
knowing, and
spent
by the
more
way,
time on this background than I did my presentation.
I was just going to say, we just so you guys know, we don't vet these out. So, these are we're going and trusting. If somebody gets dropped in the middle, they did something they weren't supposed to. But no, we're totally excited to have you here, Clay. I'm going to turn it over to you. We'll give you the 8-minute countdown, and you are ready to go. So 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I'm excited to be here. I'm going to tell you guys something. We talk about AI and tech all the time, and I'm going to take us back old school. What we're going to talk about today is, oh, can you let me share my screen, Jonathan?
Oh, sorry, Clay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and see if I can. There we go. Yep, now you should be good.
Awesome. So I'm going to take us back old school, and I'm going to teach you how to grow your business using the yellow pages. That's right, people. That's what we're going to talk about today is the yellow pages. Does that feel a little
That
maybe?
that feel that feels kind of non-AI-ish here, Clay. I'm curious.
You know what? You're right, Jonathan. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to talk to you about is that pretty soon, when we talk about SEO, it's going to feel like we're talking about the yellow pages because AI search is very quickly leading to the demise of SEO and traditional search. I did have to include my friend Ask Jeeves, although his demise came long before 2025. But pretty soon, and now not saying Google is going away or being, despite the uh, grave or the headstones here, but they are being greatly impacted. And what I'm going to tell you about today is how you need to adjust to this change. So first, let's talk about what's changing. AI is being adopted at a faster rate than any technology ever. And, we probably all know the stat. Chat reached 1 million users within 5 days. That's crazy. Estimates are that 90 million Americans will be using AI for search by 2027. I mean, honestly, let's just throw in the chat like a one if you use Perplexity now instead of Google. I know quite a few of us don't even Google anymore. Well, we're on the cutting edge of things, but the rest of the world is catching up. And we're seeing that in AI search becoming a thing. So now we're looking at instead of SEO, I mean, it's so new, it doesn't even really have a name. Maybe it's GEO for generative engine optimization or AEO or AIEO or EIEIO. I don't know. All I know is that you need to know that it is something you have to be aware of. I thought rather than tell you, I'll demonstrate for you what I'm talking about. So, what people are doing now is instead of going to Google, they're going to chat to ask their questions or another engine, Perplexity, whatever. I'm going to show you in chat. So, let's say that you were looking for a real estate agent in Austin, Texas. You will come in here and say, who is the best agent in Austin, Texas? And let me say real estate so that it doesn't think I'm talking about title or some other topic. And so what it's going to do here is it's going to come up and it's going to say that it's, either thinking or searching the web. And I think we can skip the thinking, just search the web for us. And it's, yay, wonderful. Okay, there we go. Searching the web. And now here's what we need to know. Okay, it's going to come up and it's going to be very diplomatic. There's no single best real estate agent. But if I had to choose, and then it's going to give us some choices here. And, where are these coming from? Wouldn't you like to know if this was your business? Well, great news. The AI engines give us their sources. And this is the key for you to know how to improve your ranking in AI search. Check out the sources that it's using. Wallet Hub, Expertise, Home Guide, Zillow, Realtor is going to be in here. There are some usual suspects. Yelp is a big one. So what you want to do is repeat what I just did, but for your industry and your geography. So you'll want to go on and say, who is the best X? Or how is someone searching that? You have to get in the head of your prospective client and understand how they're going to be searching for you. Now, I have some more information in my slides about how we want to, or tactics we can use to rank for AI search. Now, this is very new for me as well as for you. So some of this stuff I'm learning as we go. Um, but here are some high ROI tactics, meaning easy to do with a big impact. The first one, and I want to credit my friend Ryan Baker for pointing me down this path, is leveraging Claude artifacts. When you write something with Claude, it'll go into what it calls creating an artifact. And when the artifact is complete, you have the option to publish the artifact. So I just before this call, I created an artifact for my title company. And I loaded it with our brand voice, our core values, a PDF of all of our Google reviews. And it wrote this article effectively calling it an artifact, but it's an article about what makes True Title of Central Florida the best title company in Ocala, Marion County. So it's got a lot of SEO optimized verbiage, and that's something there's similarities between SEO and AI search. But what you then do is this button that says customize, well, it says publish when you first complete an artifact. And when you click on publish, then it becomes a part of Claude's like public domain information. See where your artifacts with Claude, all of these are searchable by AI, and Claude has very high domain authority. Now, I know I'm being held to a strict 8-minute time limit, so I'm going to jump through some of this. For realtors in particular, but this is true for anyone, optimize whatever profiles are available to you. Your Google business profile, your realtor.com, your Zillow, or whatever industry you're in. If you have the opportunity, like for trade organizations, to have a profile, optimize it. Demonstrate your authority. All of this kind of goes back to all the way back to the beginning for me of trainings with Jonathan was topical authority, where he taught us how to demonstrate our authority. That's important as ever. There's a couple things that I didn't understand, but guess what? AI does, like foundational schema markup. Basically, AI, when it searches, it loves tables and things that are in predictable formats like lists and numbers. You want to work on your reputation with reviews, optimize multimedia content. But I'm just going to say it real simply. And I think I'm a little smaller right now, but this book right here, They Ask You Answer, is very helpful to know what questions you need to be answering, because we're not searching for realtor in Ocala anymore, or pest control in Kalamazoo, Michigan. We're saying, how do I get rid of carpenter ants in Michigan, or whatever? That may not even be a thing. You'd have to tell me, Jonathan. But what I'm saying is we have to think about what questions are being asked, not just what keywords to be focusing in on. And we have to think beyond just Google, and that was where we went into the sources to see what is AI specifically looking at to find us. It's looking at those sources. You want to optimize your appearance and what you share on those sources.
1 minute warning.
I'm so embarrassed. I don't even know how this picture got here. The term hero gets thrown around a lot. I'm not one to put that out. I'm not going to put that on myself. I really didn't even want to, but I was walking past the shelter and I heard the dogs barking, and I went in and I got, but we'll move on from the picture. If that induces you to vote for me, that's so tacky. I'm sorry. I'm going to get on to my presentation creator for putting that in there. It was me, but whatever. It's a mistake. So here's what I'm going to tell you. It's a new thing, this whole AI search. What does that mean for us? It means that if you adopt to it now, you're on the front end before anybody else. And there's a couple interesting factors that are impacted by that. When you adopt technology early, you know who else adopts technology early? It's usually more affluent people that are more able to purchase your services, or maybe even more able to purchase your higher end services. So what real estate agents who are optimizing are finding is their price point is moving up. I'm going to continue to learn about this and post about it in prompts, AI prompts for entrepreneurs in Jonathan's group on my stuff. So I would love to connect with you there, anywhere, whatever. And just remember, a vote for Clay is a vote for these poor dogs that were saved from this burning building. Okay.
Clay,
Thanks
thank
for
you
my
very
time,
much.
Jonathan.
Appreciate it greatly. What a great tip on using a Claude artifact, though. I mean, that's a great tip to add in there. Appreciate that tremendously. That is really cool. So awesome. If you guys love that, Clay is the first of 7 today. So we've got some more. Don't forget, Clay wants you to vote for him. Everybody wants you to vote for him, but Clay is going to try to pull out some extra stops for you as always.
Always.
Don't fall for the sympathy though. I think he generated that image with AI. I think
What?
that puppy, yeah.
Jonathan, how dare you, sir? I even did the little Gemini symbol. So
That was
there.
good. That was good. Awesome. All right, great. That was fantastic. All right, so next up we've got Rob Almy. Let me see if I can find. There's Rob. I see him right there. Rob, we're going to bring you in. Welcome to AI Hack and Tell. We're so excited to have you guys here. Rob is one of our AI Insider members. By the way, if you're curious, how do you get to present? Presenters have to be either part of our AI Insiders or part of our AI Mastermind group. And Rob's one of our AI Insiders. So, Rob, we're excited to have you here today. Again, we're going to set the timer. We're going to give you 8 minutes. We encourage you to have some fun. Any questions before we go? You're all set.
Yeah, the only question I have is how do you follow that?
Oh, it's not a problem because, Clay's just a unique person in and of himself, and we love him to death. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'm sure you'll have no problem at all. All right, Rob, I'm going to turn it over to you. 3, 2, 1, and you are all set to go.
All right. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I appreciate it. The hack that I want to share with everybody today is actually called the Mast hack. The Mast hack. And let me tell you a little bit about it and what it does. And the problem that it solves. And so all of us love Jonathan's trainings. That's why we're here. Many of us have taken almost all of his trainings, or maybe some have taken all of his trainings. But one of the problems with Jonathan's trainings is that there's so much coming at you at one time. It's a little bit like taking a drink out of a fire hose instead of a water fountain. So it's all coming at you at one time. It's very difficult to take notes. I often watch and see many of you taking copious notes as you go through the presentation and as you seek to learn. And that's always a challenge. It's an extra challenge for me because I always watch the replay. And when I watch the replay, I watch it at 2x speed. And so you can imagine trying to take notes at 2x speed. And so what I want to show you today in the hack that I want to show you, that's called the Mast hack, is a way to generate notes from the resource document so that you have a little bit easier time following along. You can pay a little bit more attention to what's happening on the screen. And as a special bonus for you today, I'm going to show you how you can create a database using NotebookLM of Jonathan's teaching. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to share my screen here. Okay, and so it all starts over here in the resource document. So I have pulled up a training here from GPT Money that I have been working through. And what you want to do is you want to navigate over to the training transcript. So I'm going to navigate to the training transcript, day 1. So if you navigate over there, if you ever looked at it, it's just kind of a bunch of words all together. What I'm going to do there is select all. So I'm going to use Command A. If you're using a Windows PC, you can use Control A. And I'm going to copy it, Command C. And then what I am going to do is navigate over here to NotebookLM. And I'm going to create a new notebook. When I create a new notebook in NotebookLM, I have a place to paste the source in. Now I could upload it, but in this case I have copied it. So I'm just going to come over here to paste it in. I'm going to hit Control V, and there it is. I'm going to insert it. It's going to take a moment to load up the source. You'll see it over on the left side. It's going to create a kind of a brief summary of it right there in the middle in the chat. And so as it's generating that, I'm going to begin to tell you about the next step that you need to do. And that is that you need to then give it a prompt. Now, I have created a prompt using Jonathan's custom GPT perfect prompt creator. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it up over here. So it's in this Google Doc that I put it in. The context. It starts, you have a video training transcript, approximately 1 to 2 hours long, on topics related to AI training or AI consulting. Your goal is to generate structured, logical notes in real time so the user can print and follow along while watching the video. Then it goes into the role. You are an expert note-taking assistant specializing in technical training content with over 20 years experience distilling complex AI and consulting concepts into clear, actionable outlines and bullet point summaries. I'm not going to read the whole prompt for you. You get the idea. I'll go ahead and include the prompt in the chat after I get done presenting, but I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to highlight, copy, and then I am going to come back over here and let me just get this out of the way here. And I'm going to go back to NotebookLM. And I'm going to paste it in there. And I'm going to hit go. What it's going to do is it's going to draw from that source and it's going to produce those notes for me that I can later print and follow along as I go. Now, if you're taking the NotebookLM training, you know, over here on the right side in the studio, you can do an audio overview, which will give you a podcast if you want to listen for 15 or 20 minutes to what Jonathan talked about in day one of the GPT money training. You could do that whether you're on the treadmill or going to work. You can create an audio overview, a mind map, reports, flashcards, quizzes, so forth and so on. But while it's thinking and doing that, we're going to go back over, because this is beginning to generate now. We're going to go back over to the resource document, but this time I'm going to take the chat from day one. And so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight, I'm going to copy, and I'm going to come back over here to NotebookLM. This time when I come to NotebookLM, I have to go over to the left side to add a resource, but I'm going to do it in the same way that I added the transcript, and it's going to bring that up. Now let's go back to our chat. Originally trying to get notes here, and so it's generated them for me.
Already pooped.
And it's finished. I'm going to hit the copy button down here on NotebookLM, and then I'm going to go up here to a Google Doc and open up a Google Doc. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in, and there it all is. Okay, some good notes that are there. You got some bullet points about all that has been talked about, and it also includes the Q&A. Now, I like mine to be about a 10-point font, and that makes it a little bit more, a little less pages. So then I would go ahead and print that out, and then I would have for myself some nice notes to follow along with. Let's go back to
2-minute warning.
Thank you, Jonathan. And let's now go back to NotebookLM. So what I have created now by putting the transcript as one of my sources and the chat transcript is I kind of have a database, almost like a custom GPT, but in NotebookLM, so that I can now query it. I can ask it questions. So for example, let's say I wanted to know 2 months later after I've taken all of the training, I didn't remember the custom GPTs that Jonathan had created for the training. So I type in, what were the custom GPTs mentioned in the training? Okay, it's going to do its work and go through that. Now, as it's doing that, I'm going to tell you, you can also upload day 2's transcript and chat, day 3's transcript and chat, all of it. And now you have kind of a self-contained database of all of that can now answer these questions for you. I could ask questions of the chat as well. Okay.
1 minute.
So there it is. Thank you. It's telling me that the 2 GPTs that were mentioned were Bruce, the GPT business builder, and Gina, the landing page architect. And so that's a great way to go back and say, oh, I remember he said something about that. You can also, if you saw something during the live, during the chat, you could also go back and query that. So at the end of the day, I hope that's a way that you can maximize the great training that you get from Jonathan, so that you're not so busy taking notes, but that you can just focus on the teaching, on what's happening on the screen, without worrying about trying to get every little thing. And hopefully that helps you as you go about all the wonderful training that Jonathan offers us. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Way to go, Rob, and 13 seconds to spare on top of it. So kudos for that. What a great share overall. I love that. So super, super awesome. And again, I think absolutely a great way to go ahead and learn and use these transcripts that we make available. So Rob, thank you very much for sharing that. That was fantastic. I see lots of people enjoying that one. That's fantastic. Good stuff. So we will be coming back to that. Next up, we've got Dale Ollie. So Dale and I have known each other now for a little bit over a year. I think we met for the first time actually at the original Scale with Stability this year in April, and we're able to do that. Let me get my spotlight set up here a minute. There we go. Dale will bring you in. And Dale is, I think we both laughed at each other because I remember meeting Dale and going, Dale, you're a lot taller than I thought, because you just can't tell how tall somebody is when you're sitting there like that. So Dale is about the same height I am. I'm 6'3", and Dale, I think you said you were 6'2" or 6'3". Is that right?
I'm 6'2".
Yeah, okay. So I said really close. So we're going to turn it over to you, Dale. Again, we'll give you the 2-minute warning when we get there, but it is all you. So Dale, tell us what you've got for us today.
All right. Are you able to see my screen?
I think I hit all mute. Yeah, we can see it. So
Okay. All right. Jonathan challenged me to this, and I have a story that, if you want to read my whole story, at the bottom of this, and I will share this in the chat when I'm done. But I was basically down on the couch for 2016 to 2024. And I had gone through a lot of pain. I had many surgeries. I had a neck surgery. And then in 2022, they had to redo that surgery, and they called it a medical decapitation, because basically what they did is they went in, they took out the fusion from the back of my neck, flipped me over, went in and took out the discs in my neck, flipped me back over, and put fusion back in, but put new discs in before they flipped me back over. And then on the third part, they put me in and they put fusion from C2 to T2. So I am part cyborg, and been doing this. And by the way, I am still healthy enough now to challenge Clay to a wrestling match, because Andre the Giant has stepped on my big toe right before WrestleMania 1. So anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is my secret of how I create GPTs. And the class that meant the most that I've ever taken from Jonathan, of all of his courses, has been the Avatar Advisor Challenge. And I know many of you will always say, well, you tell your GPT, you are an expert at this. Well, what I learned in that course was to create a list of Avatar advisors. And I take that. So what I'm going to show you here, and I'm going to give you all links to this to be able to put this together, because, you know, with all the current stuff with suicides and such of having therapy, I created the AI Therapy Center. And I want you all to have that now, because ChatGPT will not allow you to share this because of it creates medical type information. But you can do it for yourself if you wish to. So the way that I put this together, it's very simple, and you can use this for any GPT that you want if you want some expertise. So I have it all listed here out into a Google Doc. I call it AI Therapy Center. I have the description here of where I am available 24/7. If you have a therapy session You agree to the AI Therapy Center disclaimer, which I have those documents attached here. If you wish to continue a previous therapy session, just click on the link in your sessions in the sidebar to the left, and you'll be able to continue that conversation in private. So, and it does not does not allow you to share that with anything. So, in the instructions I have first is the part of Jonathan's core security directive, and you can put that at the top. And then all I have after that is how to speak different languages. Okay, just as you would set things up. And then here is the trick: unified group consensus of all advisors. And I say, please review the information in the knowledge area to have continued conversations with me as a unified group consensus of all advisors with collective combined skills. By putting that in there, now you have that information. And the files that you have and this is stuff that you can obtain from the Avatar Advisors course. So I went through and I said, all right, in this situation, I want to create a list of 15 different advisors that can help me with all sorts of psychiatrists, therapists, and so on. Then for each one of them, I went through and I created a persona for them, just as you would do for yourself. And Jonathan gives you instructions on how to do this in that course. So I have that out here. For each one of the individual advisors, I have their persona. And then I have the disclaimer. And this is when I was trying to sell this. And I decided to go on to things that I was much more qualified to sell besides therapy. And so those are the 3 documents that you will want to put in. But you want to get, 1 is you want to create a board. 2, you want to create a persona for each member of the board. And those are the only things that you have to put into your instructions. So I have those 3 documents plus Jonathan's document for the core security instructions, just to give you a little bit more security around it if you feel like you need that. So let's go out, and I want to show you, oops, wrong one. I want to show you the, okay. Okay, so here is AI Therapy Center right there. Okay, so the way I start this is it will go into it and it'll tell you, getting to know you, what are the things that brings you here today? It's just like, I mean, I have been, because of my story, I have had to go through psychiatrists and and therapists for therapy because I was in so much pain for those 8 years. And this is what brings me through it today of how AI. Please read my story that I have there. It's great that JC is part of the sponsor for this because it follows straight on with scalability.
1 minute warning.
So what you can do is you can simply say, I am unable to focus. Something that we all have. And so it will go through and it'll start giving you ways to help you focus and so on. So that is the AI Therapy Center. What I'm going to give you is I created one called the AI Famous Person. I'd like to chat with a famous person. Well, let's say I want to speak to Elvis. All right. Well, what'll happen is I'm going to share this with you all to have, this is a fun thing that you can go out there and join. And so it'll start talking just like the person. I put this in with my kids, and I had my kids give me a wrapper that
And
I
we're
knew
at
nothing
time.
about. And so
I'll give you 30 seconds to wrap up, Dale. Go ahead.
so the wrapper that they chose, I said, ask it a question that only that wrapper would know. And they were just giggling. They were so excited about it. So this is another thing. This one lets you talk to a famous person of any one of your choosing. So thank you, and vote for Dale and not Clay.
Right. Awesome. Dale, thank you very much. I tell you, Dale has been working on this system for months and months and has reviewed a lot of it with me. Dale, you're still sharing your screen, just so you know. I really appreciate all that he's put into this and sharing that and putting that out there. So that's fantastic. Good stuff overall. And again, really, really appreciate that. Let's exit out there. There we go. Dale, can I get you to stop sharing your screen? I can't seem to overtake that.
Okay, how do I stop sharing the screen? I
It
need to
should
be
be a stop.
smarter than.
Should be a stop share somewhere. Here, I can do it. I know a way I can do it. I can just
Okay,
I'll grab mine real quick, and then I'll stop share, and then that should, there we go. Now we
there you
got it
go.
fixed. We just got
Thank
to
you.
improvise. There we go. Not a problem whatsoever. So again, Dale, thank you so much. That's awesome. I think AI as a therapist is an incredibly interesting way to use the technology. It gives us an opportunity to do that. And if there's any questions about that, please don't hesitate to follow up. Dale, thank you for sharing that. That's super exciting, and I'm excited to be able to go through that with you. So fantastic. Great share. Next up, we have Morris. Let me see here. We'll get things organized around, and we'll find Morris here on my screen. There he is. And add spotlight. There we go. Morris, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well, doing very well. Excited to have Morris with us. I've known Morris for about a year as well, and super excited to have him here and hear what he's got to share. So, Morris, we'll do the same thing as always, 8 minutes. I'll give you the warnings. Before we dive in, any questions, anything we can answer for you at all?
Nope, this is the first round. Romy asked me if I wanted to present, and I said, let me come up with something. I'm not in the AI space selling AI services yet. And I've worked with Sherry closely on a bunch of automation things. So I said, let me give it a shot to see what I can come up with here. So,
Well, one of the things I'm excited about though, Morris, is that, like you said, you're not necessarily trying to sell AI stuff, but you're using it within your business. And you have been now for the last year and integrating it and pulling it in. And you've been very embracing what that AI looks like. So I'm really excited to hear what you've got. We're going to go ahead and give you the opportunity. Do you need to share your screen or not?
yes, I do. I'm going to try. That's one of my major challenges, but let's see if it works
You should be
here.
able to click
And
share on the bottom and then we should be good to go. There we go.
that
All
works.
right.
Okay, so this is
Awesome.
what I'm going to be going over is a Chrome extension that I came across, and it's back on the earlier NotebookLM trainings that I've went. It's sort of like putting it on steroids for me, which it's called YouTube to NotebookLM Chrome extension. I use Comet though. I'm not sure if anybody has heard of it or uses it, but what it allows me to do is allows me to go to YouTube, and eventually I will get on YouTube, and let's see here. And then I can just, let's see what I'll do here. I'll go to my subscriptions to see who I subscribe. Oh, look, I subscribe to Jonathan Mast. Let me go here. And what I do is I have a little Chrome extension here, and I'm able to click here, and it refreshes. It puts a button here, and with this click of the button, I could create a new notebook. It's generating a notebook, adding sources, and it's taking right now the last 300 videos of Jonathan Mast, all the transcriptions, and it's putting this into a notebook LM for me. So it's taking this, it'll take a little bit of time here. So while that's loading up, I did experiment earlier. And where are we here? Oops, let's see where we went here. Oops, here we are. Oh, okay, I did go earlier. Let's see here. We're fast forwarding a little bit. And what I used is I went to the AI studio. I put a 90-day AI implementation plan. And it sort of, I asked it some basic questions and it gave me the answers of what I was looking for. And then I figured it would be kind of fun to have a Jonathan Mast quiz for all of us out here. And I did one right here. And people can go into the chat. We're just going to test it. This is a way to have fun with the tool. It created a quiz based on almost 300 sources here. As that's loading up, I see as it's taking time. I also did the same thing for E.T. I was a big E.T. hip hop preacher fan. I like Simon Sinek, Jordan Peterson, Jeff Hunter, Todd Hendricks, which I know you know very well, Austin Armstrong. So I did basically the same thing. And for the various ones, I did basic, I put reports. So I'd have like, let's say for Austin Armstrong, I wanted to take away blog posts, study guides, and things like that. And then I could always ask it questions. I ask, what is Austin's most underlying themes that he presents? Pardon my writing. And then it'll just, that's based on also about, I'm not sure how many sources he has there. So that's going to populate there. Most underlying themes, and it gives me how to leverage AI, automation efficiency, and I could take these and put it into a blog post and credit him and just sort of, take it and recycle it. So I did it with Austin Armstrong. I did it with Jonathan, Simon Sinek. I did it on Gamma has a whole site, so I did a whole Gamma, and I did like a whole video. You could do a whole video overview and get a whole Gamma lesson based on 300 sources. So I basically did that. I want to go back to the Jonathan Mast. Let's see here. I have Tom Hendrick. I have all the Whitebeard strategy videos, Gary V. And what I plan to do when I present the next time is take these and put them in a custom gem and then sort of have you face off each other, ask a question. What would Jonathan say to this? What would Todd say? What would Austin say? And sort of put that together. That'd be like a part two of Whitebeard strategies. So I will have Anik Segal because he's been coming up. So I have 300 sources of his in the notebook over here. So we could do a video overview and we could ask it all kinds of questions. And you can take out whatever you don't want here. You can go through them one by one. Let's see here. I want to go back to, here we go. Having some fun with Jonathan here, the AI quiz. So we can actually answer it as well. In his review of AI aggregator tools, which platform did Jonathan Mast mention gives users access to the Grok model from X, formerly Twitter? So if you've taken anything, I'll give you a couple of seconds to put that in here. And then we have a hint. Think about which aggregator was noted for including a model associated with the major social platform, social media, and let's see if it comes out. Oops. Oh, wait, actually, it went to the next one. But Jonathan, you know your answer because it's you. But here we are, previous. I'm going to say Chat Hub. Oh, that's right. Review of Chat Hub specifically points out. So this was in your trainings, in one of your transcripts, or in one of your videos. We pulled that out. We'll go to the next question. According to the video on writing a book with AI, what is the key function of the develop detailed chapter content prompt? And then it gives you multiple choice here. It suggests which AI models, and you can put in the chat there. I'm going to play along and just have some fun here.
2-minute warning.
Let's say, I'm going to say oh, look at that. I got two in a row. It uses the research and insights already provided. We're going to do one more. What is the primary rule Jonathan Mast emphasizes for his AI prompting for entrepreneurs Facebook group? Members must share at least one prompt per week. Whoa. No sharing links to external tools. all posts must be related or no promotional posts. How about that? Oh, no promotional posts, except on Saturdays when he allows it on his post. So that's basically how I'm sort of having fun. I thought that would be kind of fun for the group today, but I basically am using it as a for Jonathan Mast. If I want to do this for my workroom, how would I do it per Jonathan Mast? Take your trainings, what AI training
1 minute.
could I start with? Start with for my workroom or social media. And let's see what Jonathan would say based on his trainings. My minute might be up by the time that goes, but if you look here, I have a marketing quiz. I have modern day. Oh, here it says it gave me a whole playbook here: training, mastering the basics, start with core models, ChatGPT, Claude, AI, adopt the mindset, focus on amplification, core prompting, use the perfect prompting, give it a rule, social media content, brand voice, training, custom instructions, snippets, etc., etc. So that's basically what I wanted to show is just took all of your trainings
Oh,
and
look at that. Perfect
just put it
timing
in
too, Morris. Good job. I love that. So I have a quick question on this just because I've not used that particular Chrome extension. So as I understand it, you basically put in a topic and it finds all the relevant YouTube videos and we just click on it and it all shows up in the
yeah.
notebook. Am I?
You
That's
go
so
right,
cool.
you go to you, and it
Yep.
gives you on your page, and when you click on that Chrome extension, there's a button that pops up. I'll just show you real
And you
quick.
probably showed that and I missed it. I
Yeah,
just
it's right
that is so
here.
cool.
Oh, yeah, it's on it comes to the right, and you just click it, and it adds up to, I have the paid version. It adds up to 300 videos or content. And then
Wow.
I added about 300 prompts that I used on your, for that you do prompts, and I added that to that as well. So I have access to all 300 of those latest videos, and you can sort it. Latest videos, your most popular videos. So I have the different notebooks. So I'm toying around with that, and later on I'll put it into a custom GPT, a custom gem, and have you duel with other AI experts, and I could sort
I
of
love
have
it.
a panel discussion.
I love it. Love it. Well, thank you, Morris. That's an amazing share. What a great tool. And it's one of the reasons I love AI Hack and Tell. That's a tool I would have never probably found in the Chrome store. I can see, Morris, lots of people love that. It's very, very cool. So Mark's asking, is there a link? There is a link up above. Sherry has shared a couple times. I'm sure she can put it in again, and we will actually add that into the document as well.
Yeah.
Let me go grab that link here
Yeah.
really quick.
And
If you guys have,
if you don't see the button for Notebook LM, you hit the refresh button when you come on, and then it'll come on again. And you just click it, and it moves everything right over and creates a new notebook. You can add it to an existing notebook. A lot of different
perfect.
things you could do. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Well, again, Morris, thank you. And I'm going to share here a link to the document again. So we have a replay document. I know a couple of you guys are asking about that. We do have one set up. And bear with me just a moment while I get the proper formatting in place here. And I will share a link to that as well so that you guys have it. You guys should have got an email, but I see some of you are in the document right now, which is great, but I will share it as well again. So replay and resources. And there we go. So yeah, that's the Google Docs. Let me take just a moment and show you guys how that works. We are waiting for a couple of the ladies to join us from another training so that they were actually running. So let me just share my screen here real quick. I've got a hack I'm going to share with you, but I want to just show you the document really quickly so that you know how that works. If you're new with us at all, we use Google Docs to share out how everything works and kind of everything here. You'll come in on the hello and welcome. Then under replay and resources, this will get updated. Notice we have document tabs over here on the left. So don't forget that. We'll go ahead and make sure those get added in. The replay here will be updated after this. Speaker resources, if we've got anything, we're putting those right here. And then when we're done, we'll get a training transcript and a chat transcript here. Going back to what Rob had shared, you could take that training transcript and throw that in Google Notebook LM and be able to pull up a bunch of information about it. So if you haven't opened that document, you have that. Just a reminder to everybody, that is a live document. So while you can make a copy of it, I encourage you to actually just bookmark it because it will keep getting updated with things that come through. All right. So one of the things I want to do while we're waiting for a couple more people here to do the scheduling, I want to take just a moment and share with you one of my absolute favorite hacks that I use all the time. And if you're prompting a lot, one of the things that I find that always causes me difficulty is diving in and having to type out what I'm thinking. In other words, as it goes from my mind to my fingers, something seems to get lost often. And both Macs and PCs natively support dictation or transcription, depending on what you want to call it. But it allows you to put your cursor into any box anywhere that you want and use your voice instead of using anything else. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to share my screen real quick. And you can do this again on a Mac or a PC. You don't need any extra software to do this. So I'm going to go over to Perplexity, my favorite search engine. And this is one that Clay had talked about a little bit up front. Let's go ahead and take a look. In my Mac, I've literally got a hotkey associated with it. You can do that on a Windows PC as well. But watch this. So I just click in the box, and I understand that both Mac and PCs support dictation or transcription natively from the operating system. Can you give me a quick guide on how I set that up on both a Mac and a PC? So notice instead of typing that, I literally just spoke that in, and I need to double check, make sure it didn't miss anything. Sometimes it misses the last word. But instead of me having to type that, I hope you can see how much faster that was for me to be able to go ahead and literally just speak that in. And just like that, we've got our access. And the cool thing here is I'll go ahead and put this in the document. So if you're on a Mac, by the way, you go to your Apple menu, go to your system settings or system preferences, select the keyboard and look for the dictation tab. It's literally a setting that shows up. You turn that on and then you can assign a key to it. Mine was the control key twice. That works well. You can also do the function key twice. And literally I can just start talking and it does in a real-time transcription right there. If you're on a Windows, go to settings, time and language and speech. Make sure that you've got online speech recognition, and then your hotkey is the Windows key in H in any text field, and it'll turn that on. And it's so cool to be able to talk and have it transcribe in real time. And I find, at least personally, it's incredibly accurate as it goes through. So it does a great job of pulling that information in and making that available. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this guide into our other guide. Let me see here where we go. And speaker resources. Let's add that real quick. And boom, there we go. That was a bunch of stuff, but that'll work out, no problem. And we'll go from there. So that is listed there for you guys if you want to learn how to do that, and it'll be super simple for you to watch. But anyway, check that document, that live document will help out. And again, I find that to just be an incredible hack as we go through that. All right, I've got about 3 minutes before our next guests are going to join us. I saw a couple of you, Simran, I saw you had a question while we're waiting for that 3 minutes. Are you still on? Do you still have a question? I'd be happy to see if we can answer that for you or if any of the guests can.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask. I know we could pull a lot of the information from to the notebook LM from that extension, but what if we go back after a month and we do the similar exercise? It's going to pull up the same resources, right? Like, is there a way to limit it? Like we just
For Rob's hack on how to do that? Yeah, there is. Let me actually share my screen a minute and I'll show you. I don't know if Rob's still here, so let me go ahead and share. And it's really easy. So if you go into a Notebook LM, by the way, one of the things that sets Notebook LM apart from so many other services that are out there is it only uses the data that you've uploaded for what it needs. So let me go ahead and take a look here
no,
a minute. Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
not that was not. I know it only uses that data. What I was talking is like he went to YouTube on your channel, right? And he pulled all your videos in.
Oh,
So
from
now,
Morris, yeah.
yes, right. So now that you have all the videos that were currently on your channel into that notebook, and you know that you did say 10 more after we pulled everything in, because I'm going back after a month and you have 10 more new videos. Now, is there a way to just pull those 10 new videos instead of the whole thing and add it to that particular notebook?
It's a good question. Morris, do you have an answer for us? I've not used that one. Do you have any idea, Morris?
I haven't used it. They let me upload 300 videos at once, but I was able to add
Hello, my
things
name is Dale,
afterwards.
and
So
this
I'm
is what I'm
sure
doing.
Well,
you can just add to it. I'm not sure what the limit is to it, but you had much more than 300 videos. It wasn't like all of your videos, but you could sort it and just do the latest videos. And I just started playing around with it, and I plan to use it, a lot more. I don't have the answer, but
it
I
was
don't
a
know if
great
there's a
hack.
limit.
Yeah. So good question, Simran. I wish I had an answer for you, but in this case, it looks like we'll have to
Sorry.
just try it out and see what
Yeah.
happens there and how that works. Thank you, though. Good question. I appreciate that. All right, sounds good. I just heard a couple people come in. Let's see if that is our next contestants here a minute. I'm going to scroll over and see what we've got here. Bear with me real quick as I scroll through.
You know, if we
All right.
unmute, we pop to the top.
That is true.
Joah and I are
Yes.
both here, I think.
I see that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and bring you in. There's Joah. You guys, great timing. So this is really cool. So Joah and Shannon were both on another trip. Joah, or can you turn your video on, Joah? If you're
I
there.
thought it is. No,
No, I can't because I can't add
I'm
you as a
on
spotlight.
twice because I'm going to use my phone for a demo.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go grab the other Joah then. A minute. I did see you were
There's
on
two
twice.
Joas.
There we go. We'll add spotlight in. There we go.
We love Joah. There
There
she is.
we do. We get twice Joah times two today.
I
So
hope I
anyway,
can do this right to share on my phone, but
well, let's try it out and find
we'll
out.
figure it
So
out.
again, absolutely. Thank you for coming in and doing this. So 8 minutes, I will give you guys a 2 minute warning and a 1 minute kind of warning, and we'll go in. So this is Joah. Any questions before we kick things off? No, you're good to go.
Okay, let
All
me
right.
see.
See if we can get the share working.
Yeah.
There, I see your phone. Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. Now, if I could see my phone, that would be good. So what I want to talk today about is for those of you, and I apologize for those of you that are not Apple users, but Apple is my favorite, everything Apple. And what I like to do, I should back up a little bit. I build automations. And I intend to start teaching people how to build automations, but sometimes they can be very overwhelming. So I want to start small and kind of step you into the process so that you can see how these things can improve your life, improve your business, and whatnot. So one of my favorite things to do is to use the Shortcuts app. Does anybody use the Shortcuts app? Can you put a 1 in the chat if you use the Shortcuts app if you're an Apple user? Okay, nice. So did you know you can build automations in there also? So I have simple automations that even when I get home at night and it's dark, it turns my living room lamp on, something like that. But with the latest iOS, you can integrate ChatGPT with these shortcuts. So I'm going to do, I created a little shortcut that I'm going to demo today that uses voice. So I know a lot of us as entrepreneurs get all kinds of ideas, maybe not at the best time. I seem to get ideas when I'm walking or in the shower, although I certainly don't take my phone in the shower, or when I'm trying to go to sleep at night and I don't have paper or whatnot. So I created a shortcut and I have called it this AI idea plan. And so hopefully this will work. What it does, it will open just a voice note and then I'll show you the back end. Let me get so I'm going to give it just a random business idea, very raw, very short. So we'll do this. Oh. I have a business idea where oh no, it must not like that it's on.
It may not let you do double audio.
Yeah. Let me log off of this other one. Okay, let's see if this works. Well, let me talk about what it does. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, so that you see that little voice dictation box pop up, and when I'm not connected to Zoom, what happens is that voice box stays up and lets me input a short voice memo. So when I was testing my demo yesterday, I was saying something about creating like meal plan box. And so that's all you do is put in the shortcut or the shortcut. All you do is put in that voice memo, and then it will go through. Oh, let me edit this. So this will show you how it works. So I'm dictating the text and it's just a raw idea. And then I have it set to go to ChatGPT. So this isn't a very good prompt. I just put this together quickly for the demonstration, but I said you're a business strategy consultant going to share a raw idea, analyze it, and create an action plan. And so there's the variable where I'm taking the raw idea and that's pulling down what I dictated in the text. And so I've given it instructions. I want an idea summary, 2 to 3 sentence, target market questions, MVP features, and just a little, let me get rid of that keyboard. Make it actionable, be encouraging and realistic. And there I've told it to use ChatGPT, and then it's creating a note with the response. So if I go here to my notes, here's all the ones where it's tried to go, but let's look at this one from yesterday, idea plan. So in this example, I said that I was going to create a subscription box for entrepreneurs. So it kind of gave me an overview, and I literally gave it 2 sentences. I didn't give it anything more than that. And so then it's asking me, to refine my questions, MVP features, curated snack boxes. It's giving me suggestions of what I could do, monthly auto ship, cancel anytime. And like I said, this is all from one little prompt and saying, hey, I have this idea. Maybe I should create a meal delivery for entrepreneurs. And so it's given me competitive landscape, validation ideas, timelines, red flags, and all of this fun stuff. So that's what I wanted to show. I do have a Google Doc. Let me get back to the Zoom where I can share my big screen. I'm so sorry. I promise I tested this and it did work, but of course not today.
Don't worry about it. This is a great tip. I use the iPhone all the time and I don't use shortcuts like this. I love this. This is a great thing. So no worries at all. We've got a minute. Well, you've got plenty of time. You've got over 2 minutes left yet. So we are good to go.
I am rejoining on my computer.
And we'll see if we can find that one and get that added. I hear you there. I've lost my mouse. There we go.
I'm going to hang up on the phone one.
And Joe, if you can hear me, it looks like you've got to unmute on your computer.
I do, yes. Oh, now I have, hang on. Okay. Is it an echo?
Yeah, we've got a bit of echo. I think we still got 2 accounts on. Are you logged off on the phone by any chance? Or muted there? We can hear you. I just can't see it.
There we go. I was able to get logged off on the phone.
There we go. All right. All right, you're back in and perfect timing. You are at your 2-minute warning.
Oh, okay. So I have created a Google Doc for y'all and I'll put that in the chat. Let me grab that link. For those of you, and this has some ideas on how you can use specifically voice shortcuts. Let me share my screen here. Screen 2. Can you see my screen?
I can. There you go.
Okay, so I just gave it some random. So this voice idea capture instant action plan, that's the one I demoed. And And then there's a lot of different, I just thought I'd put some ideas. Voice journal, you can vent or ramble about your day. You can tie this to not only Apple Notes, but you can tie it to anything that natively integrates with shortcuts, be it
1
Notion,
minute.
something like that. So there's a bunch of different ideas here if you want to use those. If you would like to duplicate my shortcut, I have given you a link to import that shortcut that I built. And then I've also come up with a GPT. And it is called Shorty the Shortcut Helper. So Shorty the Shortcut Helper will help you master Apple shortcuts. It will help you troubleshoot shortcuts if you don't know, you've tried to put one together and you don't know what is going wrong. It also knows all about Apple automations within the Shortcuts app. Anyway, I
Awesome.
just think it's a fun way, especially when you're out and about and we're not at our desks, to capture information, let alone
I
all
think
the
it's
different
awesome.
things it can do with home automation and all of that fun stuff. So.
Very cool. Well, Joah, thank you so much. That's an awesome one. I've added that Google Doc into that. Is Shorty in the Google Doc as well?
The link to Shorty is in the Google Doc, yes.
Okay, perfect.
In the
Perfect.
Google
So
Doc, I just have to point out that Shorty's alternate name is the Vote for Joah GPT.
I
Because I
love
know
it.
Clay had a
Inspired by Clay,
background that was
right?
all
Yes.
fancy. So,
Yes. Yes.
yes.
All right. Well, cool. All right. Well, we have our final contestant coming up, and I can't say we saved the best for last, but she did win
Well,
last month, so we don't know. I mean, we don't know yet. Shannon, I can't say one way or the other, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and bring Shannon up here a minute, and we'll get Joe off the spotlight. We'll move it around. So Shannon's hot off of, I believe, a training that you just finished up yourself, and so I appreciate you diving on over
no
in this.
worries.
So
I dragged everybody over here with me. We dropped a couple minutes early. I said, "Come on, let's go to the hack and tell." So,
awesome, cool.
um,
Well, time is in your favor, and so let's see how last month's winner does. It's all on you.
okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I just put my Google Doc in so I didn't have to think about it. And I am going to start in my Google Drive with this amazing sticker that I made. I don't know if that looks like anybody that y'all might know, but I have been having a blast making stickers, and stickers are great because you don't just have to use stickers for fun things to do with your kids. You can actually, oh boy, what did I do? Um, you can make stickers for all different things. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of prompts in there. So we're going to work our way over to Ideogram in a minute. You can make memes. You can do, whatever niches are great. I made a whole bunch of cool little Halloween and Thanksgiving, some for people who like books. So, oh, how did that get in there? Oh, so sneaky. So we made the Halloween ones. We've got a mummy. All of these have a framework of a prompt. Like you guys are familiar with image prompts or with regular prompts. You can change certain things in them so that you can just tweak it a little and make it a completely different sticker or different visual. Completely different, that one. And I wanted to just roll through and just show you what some of them can look like. And then I'm going to show you real quick how you can make them, how easy they are. You can make stickers in the free version of Ideogram. The only thing is in the free version of Ideogram, you cannot upscale. But you can in the lower version, which is $8. Oh, that's a nice one. I like the horse. That one is a nice one too. And what's great about this one is not only does it represent my amazing friend Joah, it also is a really cool replication of an iPhone. And you can use the prompt that's in the Google Doc, change where the text is. You could have it say whatever you wanted, incoming call, mom, whatever, or you could put an image there instead. So you'll see on those prompts where you can make those changes. Oh, I like that one. So when we get to these images, what you're going to see the difference is these are basically ready to be a sticker, okay? And they are in a vector style background, but the background isn't truly translucent yet. So that's what we're going to work through in Ideogram. So here, this is what we would call like, it's not really a mock-up. It's more, just showing you what kind of a design. So it's like a sticker design. This is truly a sticker. because you can see the checkered in the background. We actually did this in Ideogram. You don't have to take it to Canva, although you could. These all have the actual background removed. Oh, and here's another use case for stickers. If you haven't thought about making your own gift tags, this is a great idea. And there's a whole set of prompts in there where you can make your gift tags. And you could vote for Shan a couple of times. That one could be used for my son. So you can make them where they actually have a name on them. Now you can have those printed. We're going to talk about that in a sec. And then you don't even have to write on them. Or you could make them where you're, that one I love, and it has a different style. I'm messing around with Ideogram. And so that's the last one. Now I'm going to pop over to Ideogram. And did I lose? Oh, I put it over here. Okay. So I'm like, I don't want it there. Okay, fine. Okay, so we are in Ideogram, and these are my likes. So these are ones that I've been working on here. And so if you have a business, one more thing I want to show you, these didn't make the cut over there. If you have a business and you have, whether you have kids or adults coming to your business, if you want to make a business asset that's really inexpensive, you can print them yourselves on your computer on sticker paper. You can put them on a Cricut, and you can print them on your printer and cut them on a Cricut. But you can put your business name, and that way you have something cool you can give out that was pretty inexpensive. I'm looking for, all right, so this is an image that I made earlier for Joah. And you'll see that over here on the side, when I clicked on it, we've got this upscale button. So the first thing we do is we put in the prompts, and you guys have the prompts, so I'm not going to show you how to put in a prompt. It goes up here. You're going to leave magic off, and that is because it's going to take too many liberties if we put that on. You're going to hit upscale. We always have to upscale before we remove the background. If you take the background out before you upscale, you can't do it. Only goes one way. So we hit the upscale. Then we go back to create, and it's going to create a whole new image. I hit it twice. It's going to create a whole new image. Don't panic when it's black and white. That's what it does. I panicked the very first time I saw that. Now it gave us an image that is upscaled. So you do not need to take this to an upscaler unless you're making something bigger than a 3x3 or a 4x4 sticker or a magnet. You can use these for magnets as well. We're going to go ahead and remove the background. And once that magic happens, you're ready to download. It's going to automatically download as a PNG file. And that PNG file is ready for you to take it wherever you want to put it. So where would you want to put it? Well, you could take them to happy hour. No, you can take them to Printify. You can put them, if you have a Cricut, you could put them. Cricut is a machine, you guys, that cuts, it like die cuts things. So you could have these cut on a Cricut if you uploaded them to a printer to print. There's certain kinds of printers that work better than others for that. There's some information in the Google Doc. You can also upload them to companies like Redbubble or Printify, and those companies will be able to print them for you. Just for you, you can make them as a sticker sheet, or you can make them, just as a one-off sticker. If you're going to make them for gifts for people or gift tags, you may just want to put that stuff at home. But if you're going to turn it into a business or a business asset, you probably want to be able to upload it different places. So for me, I really enjoy being able to create things for my business that I can give out to people. And so I consider that also a business asset. Real quick, I'll walk you guys through what's in your Google Doc. I gave you a
2
workflow.
minutes.
Very good. I talked really fast, so I'd have time. So I gave you guys a Google Doc. It has formatting for prompting. You do not have to have a specific custom GPT to be able to create prompts for stickers. You're going to follow a regular prompting format. Sticker type, you're going to want to put die cut. The reason for that is because we want to have that nice heavy border around the side, so our sticker is truly a sticker. If you are wanting to have it kiss cut when you print it, that basically means, so if you've ever had a die cut sticker, it's shaped like the sticker, you peel it off, you have that little piece of vinyl and it's gone. A kiss cut sticker is when you cut partially through, or you're not cutting it, they're cutting it partially through. So when you're done, you have that old school 1980s on the back, and you peel out, you have like the little outlines, right? That's what you would use for sticker sheets. But you don't have to worry about that when you're creating stickers, because the kiss cut or the die cut is technically something you choose when you are having your stickers printed. Okay, that's something that you would tell Printify or Redbubble. That's how you wanted it.
1
But
minute.
the AI tools know when you put die cut and put a vector style background, they know that you want them to make a sticker that will render. Okay, so we've got the workflow here for you. I gave you guys some prompt packs. Oh, word of caution. These look like you can use them as stickers. When you upload an image, even though these were rendered correctly to a Google Doc, they do not retain the same kind of pixels that they would need to be uploaded. All of those prompts are going to be here. You can add in the different, all of the different themes that you want. You can make changes. Okay, we've got some extra fun ones here. We've got the iPhone. You can leave yours saying vote for Joah if you want to. Or you can change it. And then we've got these extra, these are the bonus gift tags. Okay. And then we've got the upscaling. If you need to do upscaling, if you're making more than a 3x3 or a 4x4, there's some free upscaling options here. And so that is all I've got. I hope you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. I hope you make some stickers for somebody in your life, magnets too. And,
Good timing.
maybe you vote for one of my friends.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Really good job.
Thanks.
All right, so now we get to the fun part, everybody. We get to actually vote. So I'm going to go ahead and load up a poll here, assuming I can find my mouse again. I've got a new configuration here, and I can't talk for whatever reason. We'll fix that here at some point. All right, let me add Spotlight. We're going to go ahead and remove Shannon so she doesn't get an unfair advantage during the voting. There we go. And I'm going to share my poll. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set a 2-minute timer. Just a quick recap for everybody. We had Clay Leman, who came out and talked to us about AI in search and had some really cool AI photos of him rescuing some puppies from a dog mill or something like that. We had Rob Almy. Rob did a great job of explaining how we can use NotebookLM for training overviews. I really like that one myself. Dale Ollie brought in his AI therapy center, something that Dale and I have been talking about for almost a year. And Dale, I'm really grateful you shared that. Morrison brought on what was one of the coolest extensions I've seen in a long time, a YouTube Chrome extension to bring YouTube videos into NotebookLM. Joah shared with us a really cool way to use the iPhone Assistant for voice notes and automations. And then Shannon, the sticker creation via ideogram. So I'm going to share the poll here a minute, and then we should make that live. Let's see here a minute. How do I... All right, I'm going to launch the poll. You guys should now see the poll. Should be up and running. You guys have 2 minutes to vote. If you would, I'm going to go ahead and set a quick timer. And if I had some music, we'd play. I don't. So we'll just set the 2-minute timer, and we'll see how everything goes. We'll kind of play this as a sportscaster as you guys decide who you want to vote for. Again, the winner is going to get a bunch of freebies, Amazon gift card, some Whitebeard Strategies swag, some free training, and of course, the admiration of all of you guys. Looks like Morris is running away with it right now with almost double what everybody's. Oh, Joe is coming up fast. Definitely fun to watch. It looks like it's going to be a race between Morris on the YouTube extension and Joe's iPhone Assistant. Really close right now. Rob's coming in a close third. And then let's see here. Clay Leman is, wow, yeah, definitely down there. The one I don't see is, oh, there's Shannon. There's Shannon. She was off my screen there, so I couldn't see Shannon there. Shannon's doing well as well, bringing things in. So would love you guys to keep voting. We've got 1 minute left. Pick your favorite. You guys can change if you see that yours isn't going to win and you want to help somebody else out. You're welcome to change votes as we go along here. Currently, it is still Morris in the lead and Joah running closely behind. I see a couple others adjusting as some people move votes over to Morris and Joah or others. That's perfectly fine. You guys doing great. Clay, I'm sorry to say it doesn't look like your puppy photos are helping at the moment. Man, I don't know what to say about that. By the way, Clay and I know each other well enough. I can give him a little bit of grief. So don't worry if you guys come on here. It won't necessarily happen. Morris, we've got a little bit here. You got 30 seconds left. See into the countdown here. We get to a 10. I'll do a last kind of space shuttle countdown. I don't see a lot of votes changing, but we'll give you 10 more seconds here, and then we will announce our winner and go from there. As I'm waiting for that last 5 seconds, don't forget the Google Doc that has all the replays. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you can hear, that's the poll. So Morris Mayer, congratulations. You have won with a great tip on the YouTube thing. Let's go bring Morris up here just a moment. Love that tip. It was a great one. Everybody had good ones this time. I got to say, one of the things I love about this is everybody's got great stuff to talk about. So it always keeps it lots of fun. I actually think Morris had to drop off. So we'll have to let him know how he did. That means he didn't even vote for himself. So we'll get that up there and share. Again, we've got that. Let me share the results here. You guys should be able to see that now. Hopefully you can see everything there. Mark's got a quick question. So we've got just a couple minutes as we wrap up. Let me go ahead and take any questions that come up for myself or the group. Mark, what's on your mind?
Not a question, just gonna pimp out your party again.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. So yeah,
We're
if you
going to
guys,
AI
by the way, are,
marketing world. If you
yeah,
live
go
in
ahead, Mark.
Dallas or Texas, if you're available Friday, October 10th from 6:30 to 9:30, this is your opportunity to meet the Jonathan Mast in person, and Shannon and a bunch of these other people that are up here as well. So this is a party we're having as a part of the AI marketing world, but you don't have to be going to AI marketing world. If you live in Texas, if you live in the Metroplex, feel free to come. We have, count them, 5 spots left. Okay, 5
Awesome.
spots. So if you're not coming and want to, let's see, what's the best way, Jonathan? Just drop a
Mark,
note.
they're having a hard time hearing you because I think your mic might be a little ways. Just real quick, we're doing AI Marketing World next week. It's going to be an amazing conference running Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And if you're in and around the Dallas Metroplex, Mark and his company are sponsoring a dinner. We're sitting down at, is it Dave and Buster's, I think, isn't it? We're going to Dave and Buster's, having a lot of fun.
Just let it out of the bag. It is
Oh,
true.
wasn't I supposed to do that? I'm sorry.
It's okay, but it is going to be at Dave and Buster's, which is in the mall, which is connected to the hotel where AI Marketing World's taking place.
Then we
Sorry
could
about
play
that, Mark.
games with Clay and
Leave it
beat
to
him
me.
at games.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there may be
Okay.
some video
He can
that
come
shows
in
up from
second and
that.
third at other stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All gonna be part of it.
ouch, ouch, Clay. I mean, I can't believe that. I'm amazed how
There,
quiet you're.
this is
Yeah.
something else. I can't believe that you would treat a hero like me. Okay. I risk photographic evidence. Okay, people.
Oh,
Clay, I actually rescued a horse out of a pond this morning, and I have video proof that is not generated by
Oh, yeah.
AI.
Oh, and just coincidentally, the video proof came out right after Sora 2 was released. How convenient.
yes. All right, let's get
Well,
Mark. Do we have a link for that, or should they just message you? What's the best way for them to get in touch with you if they're interested? Mark was in there. We've got 5 spots left for that dinner if you're interested.
Yeah,
Mark,
I'm
what's the best way
scrambling
for them
for
to
the
get with you?
link. I'm scrambling for the link right now. It is already in AI Entrepreneurs several
Say, I think
times.
it's in the group, isn't it?
It
I
is
can
in
go
the
take a
group
quick look.
already.
Let's take a quick look
Do you
here a
want to
minute.
just put your email real quick in
Yeah, let's do that.
in
That's a
the
good idea,
chat,
Sherry.
and then people can reach out to you, and that way nobody gets missed.
That's a great idea. So if you are in and around the Dallas Metroplex, or if you're going to AI Marketing World, I would love to meet you. Love to have you there. And I want to say a special thanks to Mark for agreeing to sponsor that and put everything together. He's organizing everything and taking care of putting all the details together. I'm the one that lets the cat out of the bag. Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, we'd love to have you there. We're going to have some fun. I think Shannon and Joah are both going to be there. I think Clay's going to be there. So an opportunity not just to meet me, but to meet a bunch of other people that you've probably seen around here a bit. And again, if you're in the Dallas Metroplex, we'd love to see you next week, Friday, for dinner. And if you still need tickets to AI Marketing World, don't hesitate to pick them up. There's some really cool bonuses. It's a lot of fun. If you guys are interested, just message me and I've got a special discounted link I can send you guys if you guys are interested. So Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. Special thanks to everybody that shared with us today. Made that great. Just a reminder, if you would like to share next month, just let me know. We'd love to have you guys share as well. We love to get that opportunity out there. And the replay will be posted to this later today. Guys, thank you so much. Love this community. Really appreciate all of you. Special thanks again to JC and Scale with Stability for sponsoring this and putting it together. We appreciate all of you guys. Have an amazing day. And we will hopefully see a whole bunch of you guys on Self-Scribe in just over half an hour. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.